All right, he's one of Houston's most famous faces and one of the country's most coveted faces. Legendary boxer George Foreman is a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, an Olympic gold medalist, and a very successful entrepreneur. He has lived the American dream.
George Foreman joins us now. Hey, George.
Doing good, thank you.
You grew up here. You were 15 years old when you started boxing here in Houston, right?
Well, Houston is where I got my first start. At 15, I was doing boxing the wrong way, though, fighting on those street corners.
Yeah, they weren't training you to do that.
And I didn't win much either.
I find that hard to believe, but okay.
Yeah, but that's where it all started, right here in Houston. Then on into Grants Pass, Oregon, California, and the heavyweight championship of the world, and by way of the Olympics.
Oh, that's right. And you actually got a story about our president of the United States who helped you with your comeback at one point in your career.
Yeah, the big fight. The big fight in Atlantic City, in the hotels. I got food, 3 meals a day. Holyfield Foreman. I can remember the fight just like it was yesterday because Holyfield hit me so many times.
Right.
I haven't forgotten it.
And you never took a backward step, and in the end, he was holding on to the 40-something-year-old.
Yeah, I did. Don't make a step backwards. And that, you know, all of the Trump campaign put that fight on the map, along with Bob Arum, my precious promoter. This was really something special.
Donald Trump helped you resurrect your career.
Not only, you know, this was a guy I remember way back. You could call him from in the fields of with horses and everything. Call him, he will always return your call. I wonder if he's like that now, returning calls. But he's always returned my call.
He'll return your phone call today.
Right. You think so?
Sure, why not?
I want to get in that White House and eat. I want to be appointing me to part of the dinner setups.
You need a grill in there.
Never thought about that.
Hey, George, I got to ask you, too, about the mindset. The not backing up is Donald Trump's mindset as he is President of the United States. How do you feel about how the rest of the world views somebody that will not take a backward step and will move forward deliberately? How does that change the view of an opponent?
You know, when you're into something like this, especially, you just got to fight. You can't even worry about the audience. You can't do it. When I'm in those boxing matches, I hear boo, boo, boo after the fight when I listen to them on the tapes. But in the ring, you don't listen to anything. You must step forward and fight.
George, why did he win, Donald Trump?
Sometimes people win just because they're winners. Some people lose just because they never thought they really would win, and they lose.
That's interesting.
Winning is an idea. Once you get in it, you can't lose, and then all of a sudden you're out of it.
He says we're going to get tired of winning. Did you ever get tired of winning?
Yeah, but you know, as politics go, there's always a winner and a loser, and next up.
Sure. You know, one of the groups of winners Donald Trump hopes will be small businesses and businesses in general, because he's going to remove a lot of onerous regulations, you know, change the tax structure so money comes back into the country. It's easier to invest in things like that. As I'm describing it, you got a big smile.
Yeah, it's big because I'm hoping that a mountain of social workers would be, you know how the parachuters drop out of the sky? Drop these guys with these social workers and sociologists into Chicago and make it a good place again. Sociologists, you got to go to educated people. Well, that's a storm.
You know, there is word when this is African American month, I have to tell you, and the president had a lot of African American leaders that supported him and others in the White House already. And the word came out informally that the gangs want to talk to Trump. They're intrigued that he cares. How do you deal with that? If you deal with gang leaders, you legitimize them, not good. But if you don't, you're never going to solve the problem.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, unfortunately for me, I was never in a gang. I was always fighting gangs by myself.
Right, because you're a one-man army.
I'm a one-man army.
But isn't that part of solving the inner city problem? Tackling the gang problem?
The idea is all you have to do is say it and it's done. It's an idea that flourishes. We're concerned, and that's what everybody's looking for, concern.
Sure. What are you up to these days, George?
I'm trying to stop eating so much, but at the same time, I'm working on a program to get a shoe that'll make every person, even if you're rich or not rich, no matter what you accomplish, you got to get up and walk. So it's about getting a walking shoe that's going to look good on your feet. You play with your grandkids. I used to skip rope. Now I'm skipping behind my grandkids. I'm looking for a shoe that's pretty and will make grown folks get up and walk.
Part of event help.
What do you mean you're looking for
I'm
it?
developing one.
Oh,
Okay.
you're not looking. You're working on
developing
it.
one.
There's something else you can learn from you. I know you're very humble and you could easily punt on this question, but you're just as aggressive as an entrepreneur as you were as a fighter. How do you get that message to people that if you're not happy with your circumstances, go take action?
America is the home of the first, second, even third chance. Whatever you want to do, all you got to do is get up in the morning and put your feet on the floor and say, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And don't let anyone tell you you can't. Don't worry about it.
All
This
right.
is the greatest thing I've ever imagined, the United States of America. It's something special.
All right.
Thank you, George.
Right.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
And,
brother.
and some special in Houston. Thanks so much for letting us
Thank
come to
you.
your city.
Super Bowl.
All
Thanks for that.
right, coming up.
Good the music.